At least 200 fighters have been killed in fierce clashes between Boko Haram and its rival faction, the Islamic State West African province ISWAP. And Nigeria's insurgency hit northeast, according to intelligence and security sources. The violent confrontation broke out on Sunday in Dogon Chiku, a remote village along the shores of Lake Chad, as the two jihadist groups fought for control of territory and influence. Reports say Boko Haram fighters launched a surprise down assault on ISWAP camps, sparking hours of heavy gunfire that left scores dead on both sides. Reports indicate the majority of casualties were ISWAP members, while Boko Haram lost only a few fighters. A militia leader involved in supporting the Nigerian military described the scene as a massacre, saying the fighting was the bloodiest between the two factions in recent years. Boko Haram and ISWAP have been bitter enemies since their split in 2016 when ISWAP broke away from Boko Haram's leadership under Abubakar Shekau. Since then, both factions have battled for dominance in Borno State and across the Lake Chad region, which remains a crucial base of recruitment, logistics, and cross-border operations. Analysts say the latest confrontation underscores the continuing instability in the Northeast despite years of military campaigns. A security expert said it's a tough war of survival and control, that each side wants to dominate key areas that provide money, food, and movement corridors. The Nigerian military has intensified operations under Operation Haddon-Kai, its ongoing counter-insurgency mission in the region. Authorities confirmed that 86 kidnapped victims were recently rescued and 29 suspected Boko Haram logistics suppliers arrested during coordinated raids in Borno State. Military officials say troops remain on high alert to prevent retaliatory attacks, while air surveillance continues over the Lake Chad axis to monitor militant movement. Local residents have fled Dokon Chiku and nearby communities as fears grow of renewed violence. Humanitarian agencies warn that the clashes could worsen displacement in a region already facing severe food shortages and insecurity. The fighting between these groups often spills into civilian areas, say the humanitarian worker in Maiduguri. Villages become deserted overnight because people are not caught between two dangerous forces. The Lake Chad basin, shared by Nigeria, Chad, Niger, and Cameroon, has long been at the center of jihadist activity. Regional forces under the Multinational Joint Task Force (MNJTF) have pledged to step up patrols to stop fleeing militants from regrouping across borders. Security analysts caution that while the infighting may weaken both groups, it does not eliminate the threat. The latest violence highlights the evolving nature of Nigeria's insurgency now in its 15th year, while Boko Haram and ISWAP have turned their weapons on each other as civilians continue to bear the brunt of the chaos. For many in Borno and at the wider Northeast, the message remains grim. The conflict may have changed shape, but it's far from over.